let's all thank the wonderful patrons for supporting the channel. I can't show everything from the visual novel, so if you support me in Patreon, you will be able to watch everything from the old to the naughty. Also, don't forget to ring that bell when you subscribe so you'll be notified with future videos. Now, let's start the show!
All that suspense for nothing? Okay. My eyes take a few moments to adjust to the brightness of the star. The colors of the sky return to me, just like they do the first time I see them. No ceiling blocks out the light, making my skin feel warm. The unfamiliar place manifests as an amphitheater, its floor blanketed with sand, while obstacles in the form of targets and wooden boxes are strewn around the area. And in the middle of everything... Hey there! Wow, you took your time. I thought I would have to go and find you. The lion is standing in the middle of the field with a posture full of pride, an innocent and childish pride devoid of arrogance. Looks like I won! Now then, what's the prize for the winner? 933. Yes! That's my name! I run to where the lion is. I hurry so much that when I'm about to get there, I start to stumble. Oh, until I end up tripping, making it look like I threw my body on top of him. Oh! He wraps his arms around me, keeping me from falling to the ground. Hey, careful! CG? Do we have CG? Gently, he straightens my body, leaving me standing a few inches from him. There you are, safe and sound. You're still weak, and you should be more careful. Don't push yourself. Only if there's a... Man, if only there's CG. That'll be so fun. I can't help but wrap my arms around him, pulling him into a hug. What? I can feel his quickened breathing from his jogging. He seems somewhat surprised, but he doesn't try to push me away at any time. He finally plays along and reciprocates my touch, lowering his paw behind my back. Ooh, but because of the size difference between us, it results in my face settling on the fur of his neck and chest. He's taller than you? Did you smell me? No, I'm smelling you. What the hell is going on? A faint scent of natural vanilla permeates my nose. My senses make sure to take a good portion of the scent as I nuzzle his soft, warm fur. He is real. Oh, is this my prize over winning? I'm not sure if I really like it. Separate my body from his with a gentle push, now aware of what I had done. I'm just happy to see you again and that you're here. To be honest, man, I really want to have a CG for that because that was underwhelming. There was no one. There was no payoff. After all that suspense, there was no payoff. I don't feel the payoff. The stress was so underwhelming. Like really, really underwhelming. I'm just happy to see you again and that you're here. I know my mind was in psychological torture chamber a moment ago, but I've only known him for an hour at most. I must behave better. Hey, you look pale. Is everything okay? No, it's not. Why did you disappear when we came in here? I almost had a heart attack when I saw you were there. I thought something had happened to you. Obviously, I'm not going to tell him about the part where I thought he was a figment of my imagination. I'm fine. Sorry to worry you. You stayed at the entrance looking at the sculptures for a while, and I wanted to win the race. I should have known better. And I say it out loud, it sounds pretty silly. You're still very weak and you shouldn't run in your state. And I propose that we have a race. As stupid as I am. Forgive me, no matter how hard I try, I always seem to find a way to hurt you. I'm really sorry. Don't guilt trip me! Seriously, I can't be mad at you if I wanted to. God damn it! We can't even guilt trip. We can't even be mad at him until he guilt trip us. What the fuck? It's okay. It's okay. I'm sorry too. What? You're sorry? Why? I'm the one who abandoned you. But I'm the one who makes it a big deal. I'm a drama queen. And you didn't abandon me. I was just drowning in a glass of water. A glass made of water is not physically possible. That's not the point. And sorry for yelling. Don't worry. Although now that I think about it, the race wasn't fair at all. I thought the goal was at the entrance. Therefore, you cheated. I smiled. I bare my head as much as my tarnished snout can allow, making sure he gets what I'm trying to do. What? Nah. If that's the case, I came to the entrance first too. I want fair and square. Eureka! Look at me. I clearly have a runner's body. With that said, the lion displays his biceps with panache. Runner? More like a whole truck! And what a big truck he has! Wow, what a dumb truck he has! Now that I gotta get a good look at him, I hadn't noticed that despite his enormous size, there's a fair amount of muscle on his body. Soft in some areas, but strong in others. Fits his personality, I guess. Whatever you say, big guy. Well, I apologize again. It was thoughtless a bit to make you run in your condition. I'm fine, really. And relax. Your voice is funny when you're worried. Huh? Really? Dead serious, big guy. The lion smiles, his shoulders slumping in relief, his expressions turning curious. Oh? This place is kind of weird, don't you think? You see those weapons over there? Wait, what weapons? The lion points in the direction behind my back. I follow the movements of his paw by instinct. Oh, that! Arrows! Gigantic arrows! When I turn around, I quickly understand what he's referring to. Dozens of weapons supports spread out on a long line. Each support is packed with a specific type of weapon, boasting an array of sizes and designs. They include sword holders, axe holders, spear holders, dagger holders, and more. Swords, axes, and spears. Blades as I can see. It looks like the weapon triangle is complete. There's the bows and daggers too. The lion comments with a chuckle. I don't feel quite as calm as him having this weapon in plain sight. What are these? Oh! Here. My ears perk up. My senses snap to high alert as I hear the sharp crack of wood. Oh, that was a crack of wood! Oh, I thought someone hit them! Wood breaking. Oh, what was that? That's still not a crack. Okay, get down! Instinct kicks in, urging me to move quickly. Without thinking twice, I take cover behind the wooden box. L933 follows my lead, leading behind a nearby target. I scan my surroundings, searching for the source of the noise. My eyes dart from left to right, taking in every detail of the place. My body acts on its own. I crouch down and tiptoe towards the sound like a white-collared thief, quick and agile. My feet don't fail me. My feet don't fail me now! They move in the sand without creating a fuss until I reach another box, and I slide behind it, feeling a sense of relief as I catch my breath. But my respite is brief when I notice the skid marks in the sand surrounding the box. Someone has moved them. Recently. Why? My ears are twitching frantically. This place is huge, and I fear that anything on the other side must have sensed our presence by now. Taking a deep breath, I peek over the top of my cover, achieving to watch a person. A man wearing a rough attire stands atop a handful of wooden crates. Judging from the shape of his ears, it's clear that he's a feline. He's demolishing one of the boxes with the axe he's holding in his paw. Hey, Link, stop it! He must have gotten it from one of the weapon supports. What? The supports! Just after the thought crossed my mind, I moved to the nearest weapon holder with ease. My paw grasps the handle of a sword. I have no idea what kind of sword it is. I just know that it's long enough to hit and sharp enough to slice through flesh. I cleave the sword through the air between us. My snout hurts and my body tenses up as I come back to my cover. The sound stops. Silence is the only thing that reaches my ears apart from my heartbeat. So, you've already noticed us. I ready my weapon, anticipating my enemy's next move. Tension fills the air as we wait for the inevitable attack. I'm ready for whatever comes my way. I will not back down. I pluck up my courage once again and stick my nose out the side of the box. Wow. Who is that? Who is that? Who is that? Who is that? He's great. There he is. And that's what we look like, amicus. Whoa. Ooh. There he is, looking in our direction with the axe on his shoulder. Now that he turned around, I could see him more clearly. A one-eyed tiger with striped orange and brown fur. He's a bit too slim in comparison to 933, but it's obvious that he knows how to use that axe. But that doesn't change anything. I must anticipate the worst and make sure I'm capable of doing whatever it takes to survive. It's the harsh reality of life. Well, I hope it doesn't come down to it. If it's him or me, I determined to uncover what's happening in this damn place, and no one can stand in my way. Wait? L93 catches my attention with a gesture of his paw. The hiding lion carries a worried grimace. He raises his paws. He begins to move them gently, pointing to the ground. He wants me to lower the sword? What? Of course not! I'm not going to be left unarmed against him! I shake my paws quickly. No, don't! I say as deadpan as I can, so the stranger doesn't hear us. The lion let out a sigh before giving me a candid look and turning his back to me. Without a word, he emerged from his hiding place and confidently walked towards the feline, raising his arms with a huge grin on his face. No! Are you insane? The stranger immediately notices the presence of the lion, stepping closer and raising his weapons, preparing to attack. Who's there? Shit! 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 I don't hesitate. I make my move, swiftly running towards the tiger, leaving my hiding spot. I can't abandon him. Hello. 145! It's me! 933! Being fueled by raw adrenaline, I strike! The great axe looks deadly, but I take advantage of the short distraction the lion gives me, swinging my sword against him with all my strength. Correct, but I'm not fast enough. The tiger is prepared and blocks my attack with ease. I underestimate the strength of his muscles as he barely flinches from the impact, the sound of our weapons clashing echoing through the air. The pain shoots through my snout, but I push through it with the fire of adrenaline pumping through my veins, setting my heart ablaze. Blood hotter than the star in the sky. I quickly switch my grip to the reverse hold of my sword and charge at him once more, colliding with his arms. Though the pain is immense, I resist keeping my focus on the task at paw and bring the handle of my blade down onto his snout. Hi, Ivani! Welcome! Now, we have here a very intense moment, so let's continue on. But his knee abruptly connects with my stomach, making me lose the grip of my paw. Promptly, I brought my fist up in an attempt to reach his face with my claws. Once again, I'm too slow. He dodges and prepares another attack. Oh! All of a sudden, the sword is flipped out upside down as I'm laying on my back and I see the damaged battle axe laying by my head and my sword flying out of my grip. After the spitting in my head calms down, I realize that he rolled with me. He rolled with you? Sacrificing his own weapon in the process. Now he's on top of me. He's getting ready to give the final blow. What a pathetic wolf I am. Thinking such brave things before just to be defeated by the first obstacle to overcome. Very well. I admit my weakness. Go ahead, take your victory. I wasn't a cold boy before. Sorry, 933. I hope that at least you do find the answers that I've been craving. Stop! The tiger snaps his muscles inches from my face. He turns to see the lion with an incredulous expression. Sorry. Different art style all of a sudden. Oh.
It's Tony the lion. It's Tony the tiger. It's Tony the tiger.
Huh? His face, despite the huge scar over his left eye, now lacks rudeness and is instead full of curiosity. But not an innocent curiosity like the one by AL933. It's something more cautious, like he's in an endless state of alert. The tiger grabs his axe as he gets up. A moment of awkward silence prevails as he scrutinizes the situation. Then, he scratches at the fur on his neck and lets out a long and stiff yawn. No, Lucien, it's just you. Lucien, it's just you. Ave. Oh my god, Ave, Ave. The lion approached without hesitation and wraps his big arms around the tiger as if it says, a meeting of felines that have known each other all of their lives. What? What's going on here? Please, let me go. The lion gives him one last squeeze before releasing his grip and letting out an awkward laugh. Woo! His dick is small, but his body is good. Thanks. Have you been told you have an abnormal strength in those arms? Sorry. No hard feelings. He has pretty eyes, that's all I can say. I thought you would never come. I was already thinking that what the fox said would come true. What the hell? 119 said to ignore him, don't worry. Aside, there are more important things now, partner. You already know each other. Does that mean he also woke up on that cliff just like us? Of course. He is one of the 6 people the lion mentioned. How come I didn't think of that before? Come on, I have to be smart if I want to survive in this place. He could easily... He was about to... The important... Sorry. The important thing here is to figure out what's going on. Hey, cheer up. Am I here or not? Alive and kicking. But if you're here, that means he is... The tiger turns his gaze on me. I swallow hard. Gulp. Well, that was a unique first impression, that's for sure. Let's get you on your feet first, shall we? The tiger stretches his paw to me. Immediately, my gaze goes to the lion, who nods with a relieved smile. I shyly accept his offer, helping me to stand up as if nothing had happened. You have a good grip, but you were too slow in your strike. I also heard when you took the sword, you weren't subtle at all. How did I not think of that? Obviously he would notice, you crippled wolf! Is it too late to pray that the earth swallows me right now so I don't have to endure this humiliation? I'm not going to hurt you, Argento. Argento? You can relax your claws. A man afraid of Bronzo is afraid of mine. Argento? Look, I didn't know you were one of us. I thought it was just a precaution in case of a... I would never attack another person unless it's necessary. I thought you... I apologize. The tiger examines my body with his eye, as a painter would before capturing his work, from the bottom to the top. He finishes by nodding in approval. You're not the type to trust, huh? You're not the type, huh? I like you. Oh my god, I feel naked. If I had been less trusting, I would still have my left eye. How's your wound? I assume you don't remember how you got it. How does he know about the wound? Well, if I think about it, it makes sense. He must have seen me when he woke up. Not to mention my muzzle is covered in gauze right now. I'm not very clever today, am I? So, what's your name? The pain is bearable, and yes, you assume well. It's understandable. I can't recall how I lost his eye either. So, I guess you must have already guessed from how Bronzo greeted me. But let's ease all doubts with an introduction. An introduction is always necessary to break the ice. Hey, that's my catchphrase. It's not, but even if it was, too late. It's not. Now, it's mine. What the hell? My name is... PT? PT-145? My name or code, according to this thing, and my race is PT-145. But please, just call me Arancion. Oh, he's Spanish! My name or code, according to this thing in my race, is PT-145. But please, just call me Arancion. I'll also accept if you just call me 145. You can count on me to unravel this mystery and make those responsible pay. It's a pleasure. I'm LC827. No hard feelings about before, huh? The sword and everything else? Sure, if you promise to not slash a sword against me again. Though... LC, I admit I didn't expect that. What do you mean? Well, it's just that someone else in our group also has LC in their code. Another canine. Woo! Another canine! Maybe that's what it means. LC. Lone canine something. Another canine. Wait, seriously? Two codes with the same letters? Could this be the other wolf that 933 mentioned? If so, then there really there is a connection between us. Maybe, I don't know what the P means, but T means tiger, I guess. Like, especially with AL for lion. A lion! Haha! LC768 is his name, I recall. Although I call him Verde. He's eccentric, if you want to describe him anyway. All this talk about codes seems rude to me. I prefer to use colors to differentiate ourselves. L933 or Bronzo, or maybe a third option? It's a good idea. It's a good idea, truth be told, but I don't think I can associate AL933 with any other name yet. I prefer to continue using the codes until we know our real names, or until each of us has decided on a definite name. Well, it's a valid naming convention too, not to mention it's easier to remember. But I guess I'll stick with the codes, it feels right for now. Everyone is free to decide what works best for them. So, I'm Argento. Because my fur is silver? Basically. Does it bother you? Well, it's not like it's a lie. I'm fine with it. I don't think it's the worst nickname I've ever received. Not like I would remember, though. Hey, any room left for me in this conversation? Oh, of course. Sorry, big guy. I forgot for a moment that the line was there. I didn't think the conversation with 145 would go that smoothly after I... That's good, I guess. Getting along with the rest of the Cliff partners is important no matter the circumstances. Big guy, huh? Hey, it's not like we left you out on purpose. We're just trying to get to know each other. It's the minimum after what we did. Not every day someone attacks you with a sword out of the blue. Ouch, you didn't have to mention it so soon. Oh, you have already made an introduction. You already know each other. Is jealousy what I'm hearing? Perhaps are you afraid that I will take away your protector? Anyway, what were you doing before we got here, 145? He started to question. PT-145 shrugs and chuckles, being amused by the poor attempt to change the conversation from the lion. Clearly. I was breaking this box. I wasn't exactly reinventing the wheel, you know? Yes, I get it, but why were you trying to break the box? After wandering around for a while with the others, I wanted to be alone. For no particular reason. I just wanted to get away from everything for a bit. There's when I reminded this place. Touring these mountains, we realized that there's a series of roads that connects the whole place. Are you talking about those roads in the meadow that brought us here? Lupus Canis? Maybe. That's maybe. Now what does the PT stands for? And the AL. Go, Andrew! Go! That's your assignment for today. Yep, those ones. This is the farthest point from the other places, so I thought, why not come back and investigate? We kinda ignored the place the first time we saw it. It's also worth noting that the only way to get to the cliff where we wake up is if you get off the road and head southeast without stopping. In case you find it important, you both have a lot to catch up on. So that cliff is not a place we're expected to return to? You could say that. Since there is no road to get there, it's like the place is off limits. We appreciate the information, but you still don't answer my question, partner. Oh, I guess that's true. Well, Jalo had suggested gathering some wood as a precautionary measure in case we needed to build a fire. Thus, since I got here, I decided to begin the task of collecting the necessary timber. Jalo is 119, in case you were wondering, Argento. Thanks for the context. It was already difficult to learn the codes. Now I have to make sure to remember the colors of each one. Hurrah for me! Although, the truth is that I'm suspicious that these boxes may have something inside. Something inside? Like what? Anything useful against the idiot who come up with the idea of kidnapping and leaving us on the cliff. For give an example. Oh, but that's just an assumption, right? The tiger doesn't respond. So have you had any luck with boxes? Not particularly. These boxes are ridiculously tough. I've been doing this for a while, maybe an hour. I should have given up a long time ago. I guess I'm just looking for an excuse to hit something and drain my anger. An hour? How long have you... an hour? How long have you guys been awake? You know, halfway to this peak, I estimate about 5 hours. When I woke up, I noticed that the star was halfway up. Panthera tigris. A panther tiger, eh? Just like it is now. So that means we must have woken up at the 9th hour. Probably. It's already been 5 hours since you've woken up. 5 hours in which I was unconscious. It must be called a lion. Or Andrew Lion. Ooh. Yes, I'm afraid. For the record, some of us, myself included, wanted to try to wake you up earlier, but the others were against it. For my part, I thought it would be better to get rid of the problem in the root and wake you up so that everyone is on the same page. However, some people didn't like the idea very much. They thought it was dangerous keeping your state. It was quite a debate. There was also a fight and everything. A fight? There was almost a fight over me? How bad was I when they found me? And a big one. Let's say one of us suggested to be merciful to you. Oh. Who was it? The lion immediately protests, hastily extended his paws, quickly shaking his head. Oh, it's not you, No. I don't think you should know. I understand that at the time we thought you were... I'm not sure if telling you that is going to do any good. Violetto. Ancion. Sooner or later, he will eventually find out. It was VO61, the fox. He claimed you were in a coma. I thought it was best to, well, better not to say it out loud. I understand. What? Thanks for telling me, Ancion. 827, please don't do anything crazy. You didn't know what he was talking about. Right now, it's not worth getting upset about something so trivial. However, it still hurts to find out about these matters. To find out that someone could have terminated everything without comprehending the reason behind it. Making a decision like that, regardless of whether it's an unknown or not, it isn't a simple task. It says a lot about the character of this VO61. I have to keep that in mind for the future. Must put that in my head log. I'm fine. I guess it's good to know who you can trust from the start. Relax, big guy. I won't do anything crazy. Not like I haven't done it already. Trust is complex. Knowing who to give it to can make the difference between life and death in everyday life, let alone in our current situation. Although, if I were you... The tiger pats AL-933's shoulder, and gave his body a friendly shake, flashing a mischievous grin. This lion here on the other paw was the one who most opposed the idea. He insisted that we should let you rest and wait for a response from you. He even volunteered to keep an eye on you without hesitation. PT-145 gently nudges the lion's belly with his elbow. Really? I mean, if he stayed with you until you woke up, it's because he really cares about you. Maybe AL means Arancion lion. Purple lion. I don't know. Hey, didn't say that. Say it like that. So how should I say it? It's just that I could see that you had been through a lot. The least you deserve was to get some rest before getting dragged to our situation. I feel that I don't deserve the attention of someone like you. I'm not even sure what to say. I've treated you so badly and you still think I'm something more than a worthless, wounded wolf. Thank you, big guy. It's nothing. I just did what I thought was right. Don't say it. Lucian, I don't know if I'll be able to thank you properly in the future. You don't have to give me anything. I already told you. I just did what I had to be done. Alright. Now I'm the one who needs to make room in this conversation. You don't have to give me anything. I already told you. I just did what I had to be done. My smile accompanies the laughter of AL-933. Sorry, but I won't laugh again until my wounds have completely healed. This is the third time you made me laugh. I'm starting to think you have a hidden talent. Do you think so? I didn't do anything though. Perhaps. But I guess it's a lost talent if we don't get out of here. This place looks like an amphitheater, but it's more like an arena. This targets, boxes, and weapon supports. It's also convenient. Everything is placed in a crowded way, and there doesn't seem to be a place to store it. I see. I see what you're saying. To me, this place looks more like the inside of a miniature coliseum, but an arena is also possible. Now that I think about it, it reminds me of that small coliseum in Galeazzo that can barely hold 1,000 people. Have you seen the coliseum in Galeazzo? Like, you recall it? What? Have I done it? Have I reminded something another place? Galeazzo. Yes, I have! Another memory. Recall! Oh, my brain! Trying to remember. I knew there was something in this place that seemed familiar to me. Yes, I think so. I just remembered having you guys never been inside a coliseum. Nope. But don't listen to me. I don't recall anything clearly right now. No, that I recall. I have an idea of what it is, but I don't know what it looks like. It's so frustrating, these memory problems. But how come you recall that? He also remembered something when we were walking here. The name of a dukedom. I didn't even know what the dukedom was until he mentioned it. A dukedom? The fur on the tiger's face turns white as his tail begins to curl nervously. Not a big deal. I just recalled something I thought it was familiar, not useful at all. Dukedom. Slowly, PT-145's face regains some of its original color, although his tail is still collected on itself. I can't help but wonder what he's thinking right now. Stupid memory problems make everything so confusing. I feel so much better if at least I could recall why we are here. You can repeat that. How does we end up in this place to begin with? Don't ask me. At the moment, the only thing we can do is work together as a group to find out a way to escape. Or so I'd like to say, but I'm afraid it looks like we'll be our own greatest enemies. Was that an insinuation? Greatest enemies? Swiftly, the tiger aims the weapon's supports on display with its claws. When I arrived, they were already like this, without any kind of lock or security measure. Nothing. They were just like that, waiting for someone to pick one up and use it, just like Argento already did. PT-145 looks at the axe in his paws, rotating it like it's a carnival toy. Something cold is creeping up my back. My tail is always remaining still, but I'm sure it will be the same way when if I could move it. He didn't have to say it that way. He would have done the same. In fact, if it wasn't for the lion, it would have done it. I get it. Get what? The fact that there are weapons of all kinds here without any supervision does not tell anything? No? Should it? Well, yes. If we have weapons, it's because they want us to have weapons. They? What do you mean by they? Those behind this little game, of course. He, she, they, whoever. If we have weapons, it means that they expect us to use them. And I don't know about you, but once they show up, I'll play along the rules of their stupid game until I can kill them with my own claws. I promise you that. But you're saying they expect us to use these weapons against ourselves? Probably. Nothing is certain. We already gave them a show without them even asking. Imagine what would happen if we had a real motivation. Don't you agree with me, Argento? Finally! The music stopped. That means the whole conversation is done. My body's over... Oh my god, there's more. My body is overcome with uneasiness. Is this the way of making fun of me after our fight? He really believes that he can just show off how superior he is at a moment like this? He's just making things up now. I don't believe none of these words. He already admitted he couldn't recall why we are here too. But I may be misinterpreting this? No, he hasn't stopped mentioning what happened at every chance he gets. All it does is make us even more worried about everything. I won't allow it! But if that was the case, why wake up on that cliff then? If your hypothesis is correct, why don't we just start fighting and that's it? Hey, that's a good idea. This damn place seems designed for that, yeah. This guy, our main character, is going cuckoo right now. I bellow in annoyance, spreading my arms to emphasize the structure where we are now. Look, like I said before, nothing is certain. Then shut up, your maw, if you don't have anything good to say. I can immediately see the effect of my words on PT-145. Is that really what you're going to say after I pointed out the obvious? Shut up. The tiger's face is now devoid of emotion. I have no way of interpreting how he may be feeling. I hold my breath, unsure whether to continue. Or is the sting of reality too much for you to take at this point? Don't change the subject in your favor. Mr. looks like we'll be our own greatest enemies. What kind of reaction do you expect after saying that? If everything you have to say on the subject is nothing more than the reasons to worry us, then drop it! The last thing we need to right now is to fall into your pessimism and your delusions of a twisted game in which only you know the rules. Oh, guys, no! Don't act like I'm the one behind this shit! Then answer me. How come we be sure that they want us to get hurt? Show me the evidence! If you need me to explain it to you like a toddler, don't worry. I can do it with pleasure. You're starting to really dislike me, Arancion. He adds in the most condescending way I have ever heard. I don't need my memories to know that he's mocking me. Good. If that's what you want, two can play that game. Wow, you're so attentive. Please enlighten me on this since you feel I don't have the capacity to understand it. Sure, no problem. You see, as far as we know, we could be part of our own group. While in another part of this place, there's a whole other group of people. Let's say 8 other people. Perhaps they're women or people of other species. And we're expected to kill each other because, I don't know, do we have to decide which sex or species is the most skilled? That's in the best scenario.
That is your best case scenario?
Yes. Don't get me wrong, I'm not taking anything for granted. We don't even know if we're supposed to be in this place to begin with. I'm just preparing for the worst possibility, as you should too. Oh, but you have already taken things for granted, just as you think there's a they against us. Just like you think we're in a game, where apparently you don't even know the rules. You're just talking nonsense. Make fun of it all you want. Don't say I didn't warn you when the time comes. Guys, calm down. We aren't enemies. They're our own greatest enemies, not enemies at all. Why are you talking about a game and rules that I don't know? Are you sure? We're talking about the same person who attacked me before we even exchanged words. You had a fucking axe in your paws. What do you expect? Maybe talk to me? Like any normal person would do? Sure, let's talk with the angry-looking tiger with a weapon. Are you insane? You thought it was you thought it was a threat. Alright, so what? That gives you the right to slash a sword at me? I was beating a stupid box. What do you think was going to happen? Are you the defender of the boxes now or what? Maybe I am. What? Maybe I am? Maybe I am? And if so, that's my fucking What is happening? Why is the main character all of a sudden an asshole? I can't believe Bronzo stayed at that cliff for someone like you. I was being kind and tried to forget what happened since I thought it was an accident, but clearly I was wrong. You don't deserve my pardon. You don't let alone my sympathy. You tried to forget what happened? Are you serious? You haven't stopped making reference to the subject every time you can. Oh, sorry. Did you really expect me to welcome with open arms the person who tried to plunge a sword into my neck? What kind of psycho would act like nothing you did was wrong? You did! I was simply playing the game. If it weren't for Bronzo, I wouldn't even bother picking your ass off the ground. So you were just pretending? Thanks, that makes everything clearer, sorry. Guys, please, we're all stressed out. None of this is helpful. No, Bronzo. I can understand why you wanted to help him, but react! Maybe he's with them, as they use him as the start of the domino effect, making it easier for the killing to happen. He's really convinced that there's someone behind all this, that there's someone who wants us to... Now you're just provoking me to slash a sword at you again. But maybe that's exactly what you want. Who says that you're not the one who works for them? Hilarious. No, really. You should be a comedian. I almost laughed. You said it like you had a chance. Did the amnesia make you forget your defeat? Oh, want to try again? Because this time I won't miss. What is this unwanted intimidation? I probably fail again, but I'm not going to get trampled by this cat. Cute. That you think that you would be dead before your first breath. And your heart removed for your second. So duck around and find out, Kane. Kane, man? Kane. Dai viene da me! The tiger raises his axe, inviting me to attack him. I will not fall for it. Come on. Don't you want to be the first victim? I swallow my words, holding myself up before doing something that could end very bad. That's what I thought. Now hear me out, little wolf. If we are a team, doing what needs to be done will be easier, and I would have been cooperate with you. Trade or not, if with it I can tear their flesh apart. But if it's a survival game between us, take your fall silent. This goes beyond talking without thinking and creating panic among us. This is Among Us. I clench my fist as an unholy rage fills my brain, rending through every fiber of tissue and fur, my muscles on fire with a rush of adrenaline. No, you're not going to do this first strike. No! And now we'll end it here. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for watching. Yes, thank you all so much for watching. My name's UkeKooki, signing off saying, have a great Valentine's Day. Mwah!